Folks, welcome back to the Bwoah Racing League. Here we are for the rerun of the Bahrain GP, or I'd like to call it Bahrain GP because we are in the Bwoah Racing League, of course. And today for the rerun, guess what? We have a full grid. Full grid, everyone. 20 drivers out on track today. They're gonna battle it out. So no qualifying today because it is the rerun, but qualifying grid has been set according to the previous qualifying that we had quite a while ago. So top 10 drivers have qualified on the softs last time out, so they will be starting on the softs, fresh softs, mind you. So a little bit of strategic advantage still comes into play for them, whereas the last 10 drivers, or I'd say P11 onwards, they have a free tire choice. So interesting to see who's gonna gamble it on the hards, play it long, who's gonna play it safe with the mediums, or is someone gonna risk it on the softs and get some early positions? We're about to find out very shortly as drivers are getting ready. Lobby's up, all 20 drivers are in. Folks in the chat, welcome once again. Hit the like, subscribe as well, and keep up to date with us. And let us know, who do you think is going to come out as the winner out of this race today? So unfortunately today, our good old buddy Sautek is not here to to ruin some Williams drivers race. So I hope this Williams driver has a good race today. And let's see as the race gets underway. Lobby is ready. 20 drivers are all on their toes, at the edge of their seats, wherever they're sitting, however they're sitting, or even if they're lying down while playing. Kudos to them. And here we are, 20 drivers getting ready. Hope you had a good evening, and wherever you are, please make sure you're staying safe during this pandemic. It's not fully over yet, folks, but all you can do is stay safe. Make sure you have your tea, your coffee, your snacks ready, because one more driver has loaded in, and there we go. Custom grid is here, and we will be straight heading into the formation lab. What is in there for us today? Let's see what are the tire strategies drivers are gonna go for. That's the most important thing. That's the most interesting thing I like to see always. Let's see. So race director, what can the race director reveal to us? So top 10 drivers will be starting on the mediums. As you see, they are starting to switch over. P11 onwards, looks like everyone is on the mediums. All right, interesting. And just give them a little bit more time. They're probably adjusting their strategies, 1 stop, 2 stops. Who knows, that AI kind of strategy where the 3 stop matters? I don't know. Fuel is definitely a concern over here, because you definitely want to be overfueling just a little bit so that you can make it through till the end of the race, assuming there's no safety car. But if there are safety cars, well, you might have hit the jackpot by underfueling just a little bit. And there we go. RB Farlow and Honing are the only 2 remaining to change their tires over. And once they're done, I think we have a full grid ready. Yeah, there we go. There are some drivers risking it on the hard. Scuba, RB and Gauss, the McLaren partners, on the hard tires. Harry Rocks all the way down in P19, gambling it on the softs, whereas his teammate out in front in P1, he qualified on the soft, so he has to stay on that tire. Let's see if that is going to pay dividends for him. Right, here we go. Formation lap has begun, and as usual, let's get our good old UI set up for the race. Let's see. There we go. There's your great lineup for today, folks. Envy lines up on pole position. Dub lines up alongside him in P2. Look at that strategy, exactly as I thought in my mind. Mediums to hards, or soft medium medium. But there is one more strategy that has been time tested, I would say, but pretty difficult to pull off, which is the medium to soft, which is indeed the fastest strategy if you have the pace to pull it off. You'll have to be very cautious on your medium tires in the first stint, but if you can pull it off, no safety cars or rightly timed safety car, that would be the best thing. Prophecy, hello Mr. Prophecy. Yes, Thank you for reminding me once again. There you go. Stream is up in Discord. You may enjoy it as well. So back to the live stream as well. As you can see, drivers are taking it a little cautious over here. They're not really beaming. Look at this. Look at Derp. He's just doing a Kimi impression over here. Look at this. I like this. He's not even beaming on the straight. He's just going straight and not putting any pressure, any stress on these delicate little soft tires. Indeed, they will be fast at the start. They will wear off after lap 5 or 6, but they are pretty durable in this game. The medium runners, P11 onwards, they'll be the one to look out after the first half of the race. Let's give you a quick look at the tires. Top 10 as expected on the soft tires. Only Bwoah and Gouts on the hard tires in P15 and 16. McLaren boys playing it long. Harry Rocks going the opposite. Will be looking to make up some positions early on. Let's see if that pays off for him. And UK gets this quarter from the session, from the formation lap. Obviously, I know, traditions I'd say. And here we go, folks. It's winding up. The clock is ticking. Streeter is the last one to line up on the grid, and we'll be having our 5 laps very soon. Let's see. Here we go, folks. 5 lights are coming out. Come on, show us the 5 lights game. The game is not getting ready yet. It's a good old silent. The nerves at the start, they are rumbling. Look at that. 5 lights. We are still waiting for someone to load in, I guess. Ooh, will this be the moment that we get a race start? Or will it not be a race start? Look at that. Time's already glitched out. It's the game doing its game things once again. Oi oi oi. Yep, jumping cars. Well, folks, this doesn't look too good, doesn't it? I hope it's not a spectator bug, otherwise we'll be sitting here like a fool for an hour. Let's see if we have a directive from the race organizers, if it's gonna be a lobby restart, or if someone is just taking a little time loading into the game. And there we go, 5 lights are coming on for 5 lights, and 5 lights out, and away we go. Envy gets a very good start. Dub loses a lot of position from the start, and look at that. A lot of cars are going off already, and there's UK. UK is the first one to be out of the race immediately already, and look at that. Even more cars are going out of the race. Safety car is out. Full safety car is out now, and look at that. First lap safety car, and cars are just all over the place. Big man Joe, Bwoah, everyone's picking up penalties now, and wow, that's what you'd expect from a Bahrain turn 1 lap 1 incident. Safety car immediately, and guess what? UK, oh man, is out of the race already. Even before turn 1, had a pretty poor start, got taken out. There he goes. Bwoah and Goats, the 2 hard runners, find themselves at the back of the grid, up in front, and we still keeps his lead. Dub finds his way back up to P3. Wex now picks up the P2 from Dub. RB Fellow has found himself in P4. Let's have a quick look at the position changes. Harry Rocks, the other Ferrari, has made up 13 positions. 13 positions, folks, up into P6. That's a gamble well played by him to start on the softs and taking advantage of the chaos in front of him, and he's up to P6. That will be a big boost for the Ferrari teams, and looks like they will be continuing on to probably lap 4, migrating hosts. I hope that's a sign that we will be having a race restart, and let's confirm that, folks, and we will be right back right after this. So unfortunately, this will be a restart. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Hello folks in the chat. So we have an update for you guys. The lobby will be restarted, which means we will be having another race from lap 1. Well, nothing much happened in lap 1 except a few bugs and glitches as always with the game, and that's just the unfortunate aspect of the game. We will be back very shortly once the lobby has been set up. Dinara, welcome to the chat. Buddy, rooting for Envy. Yes indeed, he is your teammate in MSRL, and I know that you're definitely gonna root for him. Let's hope he has a good race out in front, and his teammate in this time, Harry Rocks, can get another good start this time around. Let's see. Folks, here we are once again. Well, hopefully second time is the charm, and we will be getting ready very soon. 19 drivers are in. We're waiting for one more driver and we will be ready to go. We're just waiting for a horse to join in, otherwise we will have to proceed without him. So 19 drivers, everyone, look at that, just flicking their race button on and off. They just want to get racing. I know, I want to watch the race as well and comment it for these guys. Let's have a good race in Bahrain. Bahrain is one of the most amazing, that's a lot of superlatives there, one of the amazing tracks where you can make overtakes happen even from a very far back, and the most iconic overtake that you can ever perform is going 3 wide down into turn 1, or dare I say even 4 wide if it happens in into turn 1 as well. It's pretty wide, tightens on the entry, opens up at the exit, sets up for a pretty good switchback to make a move down into turn 4. 3 DRS zones over here, long straights, slow exits. Every driver will have to make sure they get the right traction and get a good move on. Let's see if they have what it takes to challenge Bahrain. And just excuse the little background sounds of the controller disconnecting, but here we go. 90 drivers are in. Custom lobby will be set once again, and to the folks who just joined us, welcome back. This is the Bahrain GP rerun. It was supposed to be the first race of the season, however it got called off due to issues with the game in the early days. So now we are having a rerun. No qualifying, which means we are straight into the race. So the qualifying grid has been set according to the first race that was done about 2 months ago, right? So qualifying grid on that time said that top 10 drivers, they did qualify on the softs, but fortunately for them, luckily, fortunately, whichever word you'd like to use, they are starting on fresh softs, so they could play the strategic game and go very long with their plans as well. drivers from P11 onwards, as usual, will be having free tire choice. Will that change in this restart? Will some drivers opt to go for harder or softer tires? We're about to find out, as all 20 drivers are in. It's very rare you get to see 20 drivers on the grid, but in Bahrain, well, under the floodlights, that's probably going to be the best racing you'll ever see. Prophecy says qualify on mediums and on podium. Qualify on softs and end in the box. Well, Prophecy, isn't that some next level of prophecy that you're doing? Well, let's see if that comes true by the end of the race, by end of lap 29. Will the soft runners not win the race? Or will the medium runners actually make something happen? Or will the safety car come out and ruin our prophecies once again? Well, one way or another, here we are. 20 drivers are getting ready once again. Hopefully we do not have any more issues. And let's see if the game has decided to be a little kind on us on this restart. Right, to the folks who are watching, make sure you're ready with your popcorns, with your snacks, with your tea, with your coffee or juice or whatever you have for your drinks, and get ready for stonk of a race in here in the Bahrain GP. And well, there's still someone loading in. Drunken Monkey is taking a little bit of time, but well, it's just the game, I guess. And 3, 2, 1, there we go. We are into the race. So let's see if anyone P11 onwards has decided to alter their starting tires. That would be a wise choice if they feel their previous selection was not the best. And looks like Baby Shimmy has disconnected. Well, that will hinder him for a little bit on the formation lap, which means he will be missing out on warming up his tires. Oof. Alright, there we go. Let's transition back. We are ready to start. And here we go, folks. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, Sartak. Welcome, buddy. It's been a while. And here we go. Drivers are getting ready with their tire strategies. Top 10 will be on the softs, reminded. And P11 onwards do have free tire choice. This time around, once again, the McLaren, they are sticking to their guns, starting on the hards, which are pretty much the worst tires you want to be on here. But knowing them, they can pull off amazing wonders with this strategy. What's their plan? Hard to softs? Hard softs? I don't know. Only the McLaren garage knows what's happening. And Harry Rocks once again decides to go on the softs. Sicknick this time, taking the same gamble that Harry Rocks has taken earlier, decides to go on the softs. Well, isn't that interesting? Now, if he decides to start on the soft, he will have to be making up some positions over here. Baby Shumi, while we're waiting for him to reconnect, hopefully he reconnects very quickly, because he will have to change his starting tire to the softs. He doesn't want to get disqualified or anything for that. UK as well, while we're waiting for him, everyone else on the grid is looking like they're locked in with their strategy. "20 drivers out on track today once again. Let's have your rundown." Envy lines up on pole position. Dope. As always, one of the drivers that's always right alongside Envy, just slightly ahead of behind him. Dope lines up alongside him on the first row. UK, one of the famous names in the Bwoah Racing League, lines up in P3. And with Sartak not in the comms box today, let's hope he has some good luck. And Mr. Vex, who is just right alongside in P4, Freeze, the other Williams, is up in P5. Let's hope these William boys have a good turnout as well. 20 seconds remaining, and the countdown has started. Baby Shimmy, let's hope he gets his tire selection in, or he's gonna be in deep trouble. Sorry, Prophecy. Nah, that's not how it works. I can't jinx UK. It doesn't work when I say it. It's only working when Sartek says it. All right. So if you want something, you have to make sure Sartek joins the comms box for today. Oh, look at that. Unfortunate for Baby Shumi because he disconnected. He has rejoined, but he is on the medium tires. Will he box at the end of first lap to amend that and stop onto the softs? That will hinder his race a little bit, but looks like his car is ghosted, so he's not fully in control of it. Oh, this will be a little bit of a bummer. And there we go. He's finally back in control. He's back in control, but at the cost of wrong tires that he's starting on. Will he change? Will that be allowed? It's up to the stewards to decide. And as drivers are lining up once again on the grid, they're not really beaming too hard. That's probably right on board with Derb, who did a little kimming in Bahrain as well. You know, he did not weave his tires on the straights. Let's see if he does that again, just for the lols. Yep, and there you go, confirmation that Baby Shimi is on the medium tires. Everyone else in P11 down are starting on the mediums as well, except for Signic and Harry Rocks, who have decided to go on the softs. So early gamble there to make up some positions. And oh, Dark Legacy gets disqualified, probably tapping someone. Taps Harry Rocks, of all people. Something you don't want to be doing too often in the formation lap, otherwise your tires are going to be not in the warmest condition, not in the stickiest state to get a good launch off the grid. There we go. All drivers are getting their tires warmed up, but not too much. These are fresh soft, so you want to make sure they go the distance. Oh, look at that. Freeze gets very close to Mr. Wax on the start. And yeah, there we go. He gets the DSQ from the formation lap. Worry not. Formation lap DSQ doesn't mean you're out of the race. It's just you will not be able to complete your formation lap. The tires will be slightly colder than the others, but well, if that's gonna help your tire wear, probably it's not gonna be the best way to go. All right, let's see. Drivers are lining up. 29 laps coming ahead of us. 20 drivers back on track. Don't always see that in Bwoah Racing League, but this time around for the re-race, everyone is excited. So let's see if this time around everyone can keep it clean into turn 1. It's not a promise, but it's definitely doable. Let's see, 5 lights will be coming on very shortly, and let's see which driver has the best launch of them. Alright, once again we are waiting for the 5 lights to come on, and they are, well, once again taking very long to load in. Oh boy, let's just hope this is not another issue with the lobby. But here we go. Predicted strategy is up once again. Mediums to hards and a soft medium. Interesting. Green lights are waving all over the track, but it's still not starting. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And looks like this time Big Man Joe is having connection issues, which is giving us some additional issues in the lobby. But there we go. 5 lights are coming on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, let's go. 5 lights are out and go. Away we go. This time Dub gets a much better start and is almost challenging Envy into turn 1. Side by side they go into turn 1. Who breaks later? Envy around the outside. Dub down the inside, goes into turn 1, takes P1. But no, Envy gets the inside and stays ahead. Dub goes ahead though, and look at that yellow flag already. There's some crashes at the back. Oh, look at that. It is a Williams, and that is the Williams of Freeze that has crashed out. Freeze is out and VSC has been called out. VSC is out, folks. So that neutralizes the race for a few more moments. What can these drivers think? What will they do? Is someone having any damage? That will be the important question over here. Let's ride on board with these drivers and see what's really happening out in front. Drunken Monkey has disconnected, and his AI car is just running around. KB finds himself just straddling behind Barrel Wicks in P12 over here. There's a little bit of a gap forming up between Big Man Joe and Mr. Wax, presumably due to a bad start. But let's see if the front four can make a good start. Mr. Wax also has disconnected, which means UK does not have to worry from anyone behind him as of yet. Look in front though, Envy, who did start on P1, has lost his pole position. Now Dub has taken the P1. Can Dub get a good restart? Can Dub get a good pull away? No, not yet. VSC is still staying out. Any drivers, are they going to make a stop? Sector 1, 2 and 3 are still yellow, full yellows. VSC is out and away they go, racing once again. Green, there we go once again. And oh, and they're slowing down again. What's happening? What's happening to Envy? Why is he slowing down? Something's wrong with him. And UK is past him as well. UK has passed Envy into turn 1. They're making some moves here. Right at the back though. Right at the back though, some drivers have made some pit stops to fix their wings, but look at that. Baby Shumi and Harry Rocks side by side they go. Oh, Harry Rocks just sends it with the soft tires. Soft tires definitely working in his favor, and up into P6 he goes. Right behind though, other drivers like BRL Wicks. Oh, look at that. We have some more cars that have collided with each other, and look at that. It is Drunken Monkey who has lost some more positions. He's down into P16. That's not a good start for him considering he is on the soft tires. Oh, into turn 10, Barrel Wicks and KDB side by side they go. KDB makes the move stick and up into P9 he goes. What a move by him. Up in front though. Oh, side by side Baby Shumi and Mr. Wax. Can they make the move stick? And we have lost footage of that. Apologies for that. Coming into the end of lap 1. Look at that, drivers are just lining up with each other. DRS train is starting to form as well. And will some drivers play it safe on the first lap? At the end of first lap, well, they want to go for moves immediately. Look at that, Harry Rocks out of the corner straight away. He's looking to attack RB Fellow, who's up into P5. RB Fellow pretty close to Big Man Joe. Will this be a move coming into turn 1? No, RB Fellow thinks better of it and stays behind for another sector. Heading into turn 3 and 4. Does he get a better exit? Look at this. DRS has been activated, looks like it. And yes, DRS is activated. And oh, around the inside, RB Fellow dives it and takes P4 away from Big Man Joe. Big Man Joe seems to be struggling in the early stages of this race, and down he goes once more. Not RB Fellow, Harry Rocks there, getting very close to Big Man Joe over here. Down the inside. Oh, is this a move coming from Harry Rocks into turn 10? No, he thinks better of it. Oh, but then the Haas of Mr. Wax tries to stick it down the inside. Side by side they are into turn 11. Can they make this stick this time around? No. This time Harry Rocks keeps it in front. Instead of attacking, he's being attacked now. Oh, Harry Rocks looking for avenues to get a move on Big Man Joe. P10, P6 for him. But within DRS range, I think everything is possible. Let's turn our attention to the front end time. Will Job be able to defend from Envy into turn 1? He's catching, but it looks like the move is not coming. But one move that might be coming is Mr. Wax on Harry Rocks. Are they going to dive it down into turn 1? Mr. Wax looks on the inside, but no, decides to stick it safe for one more lap. Right behind though. Oh, look at this. 4 wide almost, 5 wide almost into turn 1. What's happening over here? Oh, UT decide to go around the outside. Kuberabi, opportunistic as ever, goes around the outside. On the hard tires, makes it stick up into P11 he goes. Kuberabi now looking ahead of him. There is an Alpine in front of him on the middle line. Oh, but look at that, still they're battling side by side. This middle sector is gonna be a traffic jam. Let's bring up a better view for this as well. Oh, UT runs very wide. 5 drivers in front of him. Look at this train. And Streeter there. Everett saw opportunity as well, making the move up into P13. There he goes. Yet to see some real good action over here. Gaps are starting to open up, surprisingly, so every driver is looking after tires. Harry Rocks, who has made up his position into P6, now finds himself at the edge of the soft runners. Baby Shumi, not too far behind, is trying to get back into the DR. So can he get it though? But it's a little too far. But look at this, Kuberabi is lining up a move on BRL Wicks. Will this be a move coming into this first corner of the next lap? And while they are battling, Harry Rocks has decided to make a pit stop. Look at this. Oh, Kuberabi goes around the outside into turn 1. Can he stick it? Can he stick it? And yes, looks like he will stay ahead for now. But this time around, BRL Wicks will get the DRS. Will he be able to make a switchback on it? But look at that. Honing decides to make a challenge on BRL Wicks as well. But no, BRL Wicks gets the DRS off of Kuberabi and stays ahead for now. DRS train has been forming. Oh, there's a yellow in sector 2, and that is Big Man Joe, looks like it. And a full safety car has been called out. Full safety car is out. Big Man Joe has crashed out, and that brings out the full safety car. No, my apologies. It is Drunken Monkey who has actually spun out at turn 12, looks like it. Yes, it is. And the Gout's corner, as we like to call it, and he is out of the race. Full safety car is out. Well, the soft runners now come in for a change of tires. Unfortunate though for the likes of Harry Rocks, who just boxed a lap too soon. Will this be a hinder to his strategy? But let's see if the drivers up in front would like to take a gamble on a different set of tires. Oh, Signic there. Oh no, what's happened there? Signic picks up a drive through penalty for speeding under the safety car. That's not gonna serve him well. Well, he will have to serve it once the safety car ends. Envy picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Oh, that's a bummer for the Ferrari driver. That is going to set him back. Everyone on the soft are into the pits, which means Baby Shumi now leads the race. Baby Shumi is up into P1. There we go. The medium runners are finding themselves in the good positions now. Kuberabi, wow, would you look at that? Let's just bring up the position changes that has happened to these drivers, and look at this. Wow, 13 positions made up by Kuberabi. From P15, he's up to P2 now. On the hard tires, he is in a prime position. Street as well. Wow, would you look at that? P20 to P4, and he's on the mediums as well. That is definitely a dream start to have. Unfortunately for drivers such as Mr. Wax, he's not really having the best of days, is he? He's down into P8 right now. He's down 8 positions, my bad. He's down to P12. Big Man Joe, meanwhile, is out on hards as well. Let's look at the tire changes. Some drivers have decided to go on the hards, some on the mediums. Interesting split choices coming in. Look at that. Most of them, everyone's going for the medium tires except KDB. He's elected for the hard tires. Wow, he's really going long then. Big Manjo as well, in P11, has decided to go on the medium tires. So he's the last of the drivers in the pack over here. Mr. Wax is, and Honing is leading the other half of the pack, and they are catching back up to this safety car. So let's hope all these 18 drivers who are still racing this race have what it takes to keep their tires alive for the next few laps before another set of pit stops come in. As it stands, Baby Shumi now leads the race for the first time in the Bwoah Racing League, I presume, or it might even be not his first, but in this race today, well, he will be leading the restart, and let's see if he has what it takes to pull away from Kuberabi, who is on the hard tires right behind him. BRL Wicks has found himself back up into P3. Still a question that lingers in our minds though. Baby Shumi, who was disconnected at the start of the race, should have started on the softs, but he started on the mediums. Will this be a penalty coming his way by the end of the race? Will this be looked over by the stewards? Will this be contested by the Mercedes team, and possibly squandering over a race win over here? KDB meanwhile has picked up a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. I wonder what has happened to him. Perhaps, just perhaps, he went a little too slow under the safety car. Let's bring up the penalty situation as well. NB and KDB, the two most, well, decorated drivers, I'd say. one of the most decorated drivers as well. They have picked up 5-second penalties for their own troubles. NV 5 seconds for speeding into the pit lane. He is not gonna be happy with that because he will be having to serve that. KDB picked up a 5 for ignoring yellow flags, presumably for going too slow. And a Signic right behind him as well picked up a drive-through, which is even more painful because you're going to have to spend an entire 20 seconds driving down the pit lane without doing a stop. So as soon as the safety car goes in, that lap will be probably the best lap for Signic to serve his penalty. Let's hope he gets a good restart as well. In the meantime, our boy UK, let's give him some attention. He's down in P8. He has made his stop from the soft tires onto the mediums. Can they last? Can they last? That's the question till the end. 20 laps to go, 23 laps to go, including this. Will the medium tire last till the end if there's no more safety car? Let's get ready. Let's ride on board with these drivers. Have a moment. Safety car is in this lap, and let's get ready for restart. So folks in the chat, let us know, who do you think has the strategic advantage right at this moment? If there's no more safety cars, who do you think will be likely to come out as the winner? Who's likely to take a podium here as well? It's everything up for grabs. One corner to go. Baby Shumi will be leading the safety car restart. Let's see if he can keep it clean. And there he goes. He accelerates. There we go. Go, go, go. It's green lights. And Baby Shumi has accelerated off, taken off into the distance. But Kuberabi is not letting him go. Envy has immediately boxed to serve that 5-second penalty. So does Signic to serve his drive-through. But into turn 1, Baby Shumi keeps his lead. Look at that. Drivers are trying to get positions up and down. Streeter now lines up a move on BRL Wicks. Will he make a move down into turn 4? Let's see, they're side by side. Will they make a move? Come on, camera shows a good angle. And no, he sticks behind for just another lap. Oh, well, look at that though. Dub and UT are swapping positions, and up into P5 Dub goes. UT has now dropped to P6. UK has found himself in P7 now. Right in front of him are all the medium and hard runners. RB Fellow, one of the smartest driver, you would like to call it, on the league. He's playing it safe behind Gouts as well. Gouts has seemed to be falling behind on the restart. Gouts is on the hard tires, look at that. And yes, he will be struggling on the restart. These hard tires will take a while to fire up, but once they are up to speed, they will be unmatchable. RB Fellow on the fresher medium tires is finding himself. Oh, look at that. There is a Haas out of the way, and that is Streeter who has lost it. Oh, Streeter has spun at the exit of turn 10, and he's safely through, but he will be losing a lot of positions for his troubles. Gouts now, once again, as we have seen in many races, he's starting to form a train of his own, and right behind him on the train is RB Fellow. First one to attack. RB Fellow is not wasting any time, and side by side they will go into turn 1. There we go. And behind him as well, look at that. Ready into turn 1, safely through. And right behind him as well is UT. KDB makes up a move on Big Man Joe as well. Side by side they go, but look at that. Mr. Wax is not giving up. He spots an opportunity to go down the inside of KDB and Big Man Joe, but no, KDB stays ahead of Big Man Joe as well. Let's turn your attention up in front again, folks, as the battle for the lead. Dub now picks up P3 away. And oh, look at that. Kuberabi has been falling down the grid. What has happened to him? Kuberabi is now down to P15. He has had a spin somewhere, and he's recovering back onto the track. That's not a good start at all on the safety car. Oh, and what has happened? What has happened to Kuberabi this time? Once again, he has been tagged. What's happening to him? His car is just all over the track, and wow, he just can't catch a break today. Yeah, look at that. Wow, would you look at that? Running up the hill into turn 12. So many cars. What's happening over here? Who's going to come out ahead? Oh, side by side. Harry Rocks and Gouts go, but somehow they come out ahead. Come on, side by side. Whoa. Yes, it looks like Kuberabi did teleport back into P7, and let's see if he can stick around the outside. Oh, he runs wide. He runs wide a little bit. Harry Rocks spots the opportunity, and Mr. Wax as well. Look at that. It's almost 4 wide into the coming out of the corner, and 4 wide. They might go into turn 1. Let's see side by side who can make it through in front. and Mr. Wax keeps it in front. He gets ahead of the others, but Harry Rocks there. Oh my goodness, what's happening to my controller? Excuse me, folks. There we go, we are back. Yes, apologies for the missing action, but here we go. Harry Rocks now finds himself in a bit of a sandwich. Look at that behind him, Big Benjo and Helium side by side in the S section. Helium just pulls out slightly ahead. Ooh, okay, that's pretty close. And up in front though, Bwoah Wicks and UK are side by side. Whoa, UK pulls out ahead. Back into P3 he goes. But will Bwoah Wicks be able to attack UK into the next corner? No, it seems UK holds his positions for now. Interesting. Up in front for P1 for the lead, for the net race lead. Dub is on the tail of Baby Shumi. UK as well joining the train. Bwoah Wicks is right behind him. It's a train from P1 to P7 and 8. Everyone is fighting for position early, and oh, RB Fellow gets a pretty good run. He will make a move. Oh, Doug Lexi has retired in the meantime. Will there be a safety car? And yes, that will be a safety car. Another safety car has been called out. Unfortunately, that might have been a good move coming in from some drivers, but this is another opportunity for some drivers to make a pit stop. Dub and UK are already into the pits. RB Fellow, Bwoah Wicks, everyone is into the pits. No, my bad. RB Fellow stays out. Baby Shumi stays out as well. He is extending his medium stint. What a strategy has been going on for them. Wing change is coming as well. Dub now had a wing damage, so he picks up a new front wing and fresh medium tires to go. And look at that. Will Envy be able to jump all of these guys coming out of the pit lane? It's gonna be close. It's gonna be tight. How many positions can he make up? Not too many. He's only up into P11. P11 for his troubles. Perhaps he should have just waited for the safety car to serve his penalty. Fortunate for him, P11 will be where he restarts the race. And once again, the race has been neutralized. 2 safety cars in 10 laps, folks. That's just playing into the hands of the hard runners and the early medium runners. Let's bring up the tire change tire screen as well. And here you can see Baby Shumi, who has been on the medium tires from lap 1, is still out in front. RB Fellow, who boxed during the first safety car on the fresher mediums, is up into P2. KDB finds himself now in the podium position of P3. He can potentially go till the end from here. Nothing to hinder him. Mr. Wax finds him in P4. Harry Rocks has jumped his teammate and has done wonders. He's up into P5. Big Man Joe as well on the hards. P6. UK now boxed for new tires. UT as well. Bwoah Wicks 7, 8, 9 respectively. Kubarabi now. Well, will this be his redemption? P10 with medium tires. Looks like this might be the opportunity. Envy lines right behind him. Dub as well. 2 super fast drivers. Right behind Kubarabi, and then right behind them is his teammate Gouts. McLaren are forming a sandwich. Will they be able to hold on to their positions? What's going to happen? Helium now in P14. Let's bring up the penalty situation as well, while everyone is catching back up to this safety car. Well, interesting fact, we have a big McLaren, I was going to say McLaren, we have a big Mercedes sandwich over here. Baby Shumi leading the race, while on the other half or the other end of the grid is his teammate Signic on fresh medium tires. So Signic can potentially go till the end. Baby Shumi, he will still have to make a stop, but I know what's on his mind. We had a chat before the race. I think he's stretching this out. He's going for the aggressive one stop onto the soft tires. But will there be a safety car to bail him out at the end? Or will this gamble even pay off? Let's see if he can make this work. Penalty situation, what's happening this time around? We have KDB, who has picked up a 5-second penalty much earlier. Mr. Wax has 10 seconds on his name. Helium as well has a 5. Everyone else so far keeping clean on Bahrain. And yes, some information coming in from Prophecy, the team principal of AlphaTauri. Lexi had unfortunately had starters. That's very unfortunate, my friend. That's not the way you want to end the race. But at the moment, I think Helium will benefit from an extra pair of ears, extra pair of mind in the comms chat. Hopefully the AlphaTauri team, Prophecy, hopefully your team can do some good work in the second half of this race and get some more positions. All the drivers are bunched up. We are expecting safety car to be in this lap. Let's just quickly have a look at the tire situation once again before we go racing. And yes, safety car will be in this lap. Baby Shumi, who is the only one who has not made a pit stop. So let's instead have a look at the stops. Yes, confirmation there, folks. Baby Shumi is the only one who has not boxed. So he's pulling off a Hamilton, who's pulling off a Bottas, whichever it is. In the Mercedes, is that the blessed car? Is that the hashtag 44 blessed car? Oh, look at that, we have some confetti flying. Is that one of the drivers ahead who has lost their way or during the safety car restart? But there we go, safety car has gone in and we have missed the restart. But look at this KDB, looks like he's gonna get a jump on it. Will he be able to make a move down the inside? It's pretty crowded into turn 1, side by side almost. Oh, KDB around the outside, he makes the move. Oh, and we have caught on Harry Rocks just at the wrong time. But look at that. Oh, there's a Baby Shumi, there's a spinning Mercedes, and Baby Shumi is out. He is gone out. He is sun spinning and down he goes. Meanwhile, Harry Rocks still over here battling side by side. Oh, UK's right around the outside of him. Will he be able to stick it? Yes, he sticks ahead for now. And guess what, folks? Out of all this, RB Fellow has picked up the race lead this time around. KDB right behind him. They're on pretty much the same age as Mr. Wax, not too far off. Big Man Joe, Harry Rocks, UK, all side by side. Harry Rocks keeps it in front. UK, oh, will he get the switchback this time around? Oh, looks like he might have just got a not too bad of an exit, but UK will still hang back for another lap. As we look on, folks, the top 3 are pulling away from the rest of the pack. Big Man Joe is left behind. Oh, UK there making a bold move on the inside of Harry Rocks. UK gets up into P5, but immediately Harry Rocks is right behind him as well. Oh, everyone is jostling for position. We have too many positions going on and too little to commentate on. Oh, UT makes a lunge down the inside of UK, but no, UK hangs it around the outside. And this time around, can UK make a move on Harry Rocks onto the straight? Let's try on Bobby UT. Let's see side by side. What's gonna happen into turn 1? Will UK go around the outside? No, UK goes for a switchback right. Oh, and Bwoah Wiggs is the one who made a move on everyone else as well. Look at behind them. Everyone is just. Oh, Kubarabi gets a good round. But now he's boxed by Dub as well. He has been led through by Dub. But Envy spots the opportunity and makes 2 positions up and up into P8 he goes. Bwoah Wiggs is the next one to fall victim to him as well. Yellow flags are being waved everywhere, and I'm not sure if what's happening over here, if there's some issues with the lobby or just drivers not being able to keep it clean on track. UK and Harry Rocks, what's this happening? Side by side again, they go into turn 10. UK, will he stick around the outside this time? No, he's waiting. And on the exit of turn 10, Harry Rocks once again pulls away into the distance. And we resume with Envy now making a move on BRLX. Side by side they are into the last corner. Envy will go around the outside. Very brave move. Almost gets tapped but sticks it ahead. And this time around BRLX, perhaps he can make an overtake on Envy, but no, Envy is pulling away. He is looking for that P7 right in front of him. UT now, can he make a move down the inside of Harrox? No, he decides to play it safe. Up in front though, still top 3 are in the same order, but they're ever so closer to each other. Big Manjo seems to be falling off more and more out of the pace, but guess what, UK and Harrox, while they are battling, they are letting the front 4 run away with this. Now Harrox, let's ride on his rear cam and see how close is UD getting, taking the alternate lines, perhaps down the inside. Will he make a move? No, Harrox defends the inside. This allows Envy, his teammate, to come into play as well. Envy now makes a move on UT. So up into P7 will... No, Envy is not up into P7 just yet. But looks like UT will be having to defend from Envy as well. And a train is forming behind Harrox as well. Oh, there we go. An ambitious move by Dub to take P9 away from BRL Wix. Dub with an ambitious move. Crazy move there, but risky. But he made it stick. Up in front of the UT and Harry Rocks, and we now spots an opportunity. What's gonna happen here? Two Ferraris pinching an Aston Martin. What's gonna happen? Harry Rocks is definitely playing the team game over here. Looks like it, and we will get a good run on the pair of them. Into turn 1 they go. What is the outcome of this battle? Harry Rocks now has... Oh, they're going side by side. Look at that, a little bit of tussle going on side by side into turn 1. Oh, Harry Rocks, come on, that's not the way you want to do it. But UT still keeps the P6. Harry Rocks now yields the position to his teammate. Envy is up into P6, but now Envy gets a good run on UT as well. Will UT be able to defend this position? Oh, looks like the move is coming. We can see Envy now is up into P6. Harry Rocks has been invited back into this battle. Side by side they go, but no, UT still keeps it ahead. Oh, this is turning out to be a tussle, and now Derb is invited. BRL Wix is looking for an opportunity to get past each other, and there's some contact going on. Three cars all tussling up with each other, and look at the Streeters now looking for an opportunity to pass. Wow, can these guys catch a break? What a train it has been forming all the way down to P14 it is to Honing. And Honing right at the back of the grid, right at the back of this queue, is probably having to contend with a lot of positions to tussle with. Oh, and look at that, Dub takes the opportunity to get past Harry Rocks as he went wide. Now up into P8, Dub goes as well. So next up for him is UT, who is up in P7. UT fortunately still is within 1 second of Envy, so he will be getting the benefit of the DRS. But guess what, folks? Another train, another lap. P on the straight. Harry Rocks has dived in the pits, and look at that, BRL Wix has made the move, and he's up now in... No, he's still in P9. He's still in P9, my bad. But he's still defending and attacking at the same time. P9 is this. P9 it is for him. Turn your attention to Mr. Wax over here. Oh, what a move coming in by Mr. Wax. Will he be able to challenge KDB though for P3? Almost very close there. And looks like UK as well has closed up to Big Man Joe in the meantime. Envy all the while is catching up as well. UT and Dub, they're not too far off, and there is a yellow out of the last corner. That is Helium, who's not really looking like he's having a good time. Right behind as well we see Kubarabi and RB Farrell. Now Kubarabi and Harry Rocks making a move. Oh, this is a spectacle to watch. Will Harry Rocks be able to get the move down the inside? No, Kubarabi has the DRS, keeps the advantage just for now, just for another lap. 12 laps to go, folks. What's gonna happen? Baby Shumi has finally made his pit stop, looks like it, but no, looks like he's not made a pit stop yet. He's not made a pit stop. He's still out on track. Look at that, Baby Shumi out on 16 lap, all hard medium tires, is still keeping it on track. Let's turn your attention back to the front, folks. Look at this, a position tussle for the lead. 3 wide. Will they go 3 wide into the lead? KB, will he be attacking RB Fellow right now? Looks like he is. No, he turns off DRS, dives it down the inside. Side by side they go, but RB Fellow is forced to take a wider line. Mr. Wax is now looking for an avenue to pass both of these, but no, they are still in the same order. UK has got past Big Man Joe in the meantime. Up into P4 he goes, and right at the back we have a move coming in from Baby Shumi on Honing. Will that be a position change? Yes, Baby Shumi goes down the inside into turn 1 and takes the position. Oh, rights the curve very aggressively. Honing makes it back up into P13. UT now has lost his position to Dub as well, but side by side they go. UT is not giving up. Dub with the fresh tires, softer tires around the outside, takes P7 away. Now strategy is definitely a concern for the Mercedes driver of Baby Shumi over here, because he is still not made a pit stop. He was in the net race lead, but due to his spin he's now lost all his advantage. Will he be still staying out on track to hope for another safety car or VSC to bail him out to get a better tires? But well, once again folks, let's have a look up in front. The battle for P1, 3 drivers within half a second of each other. RB Farrell now this time around leads the train. KDB is right behind him. Last Rider with the rear. cam of RB Farlow. KDB, he's catching, but he's not. Looks like he's not gonna make the move too easy on it, wasn't he? RB Farlow defends the inside. Wow. Okay, that's a pretty good move there by RB Farlow to defend down the inside, and he still keeps the P1. KDB still playing it smart, still catching up to RB Farlow, but no, hard tires are not fast enough just yet. Perhaps another lap or two they will come into play. Horning now makes up a position on Signic on the pit straight as well. Baby Shumi, Horning and Signic, wow, look at that, they're just still swapping position left, right and center. They're not giving up just yet. 10 laps to go and the race is still on. Anything can happen in the last 10 laps. Looks like as it stands, RB Farlow will be leading the race and possibly getting a race win on his belt. Now we find ourselves in an interesting position over here, because RB Farlow, while he's battling with KDB and Mr. Wax to keep his lead, UK, Big Man Joe and Envy has got them back up. Soon folks, this might just turn into a 7 or 8 way battle for the race win, only decided by time penalties perhaps. And once again onto the pit straight, Big Man, my bad, not Big Man Joe, KDB, will he be able to defend from, will he be able to attack RB Farlow this time around? Looks like RB Farlow knows what's coming. He is trying so hard to defend into turn 1. What's gonna happen? Oh, KDB hangs it around the outside. Can he make the move stick this time around? No, he tries to stick around the outside, but not enough space on the inside of turn 2 and 3. Keeps the P2 for now. RB Farlow playing it so smart, and he still keeps the P1, but for how long? Excuse me folks. Well, we are back after a cough or two. That's a lot of talking, then I have to cough as well. But, well, there we go. While the cough was going on, Harry Rocks on fresh set of softs had set a fastest lap for now. And while KDB is still struggling to get past get past RB Farlow, Mr. Wax is still finding his feet to get past these two as well. KDB, as laps goes on, his tires will be better and better as the laps come on. 9 laps, 10 laps to go including this. So RB Farlow will have to nurse his tires till the end. And look at that, UK all the while is not slowly, but he's steadily catching up, cutting down the gap to the top 3. But the problem is the top 3 are being carried by DRS. So UK has to make a lot of effort to make sure he's catching up. Look at that, he is catching up corner by corner, 110, 210 every lap. He is up into P4 for now. Envy as well, looks like it's not too close. Oh, Envy decides to box and is into the pits. So what has happened here? Perhaps he's not able to make his soft tires last till the end. He is going for another pit stop. Another pit stop it is for the Ferrari man. And will that be a wing change? And yes, it is a wing change as well for the Ferrari man. He's not having the best of days today, looks like it. But on the other hand, Signic now up into P11, taking advantage of the guys who are pitting. Baby Shumi finally is into the pit lane. Soft tires on for him. Will he be able to bang in some fast laps and make up some positions in the closing stages? Will he be benefiting from any unfortunate incidents? But no, looks like for now P16 is where he will come out. KDB, meanwhile, folks, my apologies, we have missed the almighty overtake for the lead. KDB has made a move into P1 for the race lead basically. And RB Farlow not letting him go too far off. Mr. Wax still staying behind him. UK as well is still within a 1.82 seconds gap to them. Let's quickly have a look at the penalty situation. If that's going to decide anything, KDB has a 5-second, presumably that will be removed, which means KDB is still fighting for the net race lead. And Chuba RB has rejoined, which brings out some yellows, funny enough, but yellows in a section where there's no cars. Well, that's just the game things. But look at that, RB Farlow once again, he's not giving up. He wants to go for this position once again. Down into turn 1, RB Farlow takes the lead back from KDB into turn 1. He's having P1 once again. KDB is not going to give up. He is getting the switchback. Oh, look at this. Gets the switchback. Gets the DRS as well. And into turn 4. Will this be a move coming down the inside? KDB goes down the inside. Can he brake later than RB fellow? Yes, he does. And puts his car in a nice position to take back P1. Wex all the while in P3 is stuck behind these two. Not being able to make a move. UK though, not making his best moves yet. Still stuck in P4. And a bit of a Ferrari swapper going down in P13 and 14. Looks like the Ferrari boys not having the best turnout today. But this is opening up the opportunity for other drivers to get some extra points position. Let's see, let's turn our attentions to the back where UT has finally caught up to Big Man Joe and Dub. Another train forming right behind the leading queue. And folks, as these laps unfold, oh, hang on, we have to cut the thought off. There is a yellow going on in the middle sector, and that is a Mercedes of Signic. He's running a little wide. He's running a little wide there, finding his feet. And Horning is right on his gearbox, possibly challenging for that P11. And oh, Helium has retired. Folks, Helium has retired as well. Fortunately, that is in the pit lane, so that will not be any trouble for the other drivers. Feel so sorry for the AlphaTauri team, for Prophecy as well. It's not being the best of races today. But let's get back on track. Horning here, not letting Signy go. These two are still batting up in front though. Oh my god, folks, battles are all over the place. RB Fellow and KDB will be swapping position, but let's give some attention, give some love to our boys here, Signic and Horning for P12. What's gonna happen here? RB Fellow, Signic, whoa, almost pushed Horning wide. And side by side they will go into turn 1. Up ahead into P11 he goes Signic. Can he get a better line this time around? Gets a little bit squiggly on the exit. And no, he loses the position down to P12. He goes Horning will be looking to make that positions up some more. Maybe perhaps he can get Wicks and Gouts towards the end of the race. UT meanwhile and UK, they are pretty close to Big Man Joe. Look at that, the train is forming up, and Dub right in front of them as well. It's not too far off. Oh, there's a McLaren right at the back. There is Gouts, who has dropped some positions. RB Fellow and KDB still swapping positions side by side. Oh, look at these folks. We have caught them at the right time. Oh, side by side. You don't want to be going side by side in turn 12. That might be causing some incidents. But there we go. They made it out safe and sound. But guess what? KDB this time around, he is weaving left to right, right to left to break the toe from RB Fellow. RB Fellow now gets the second opportunity to make an outing. Mr. Wax still struggling to get past this pair in front of him. Both coming in, side by side they go. In turn 1, once again RB Fellow making the right moves at the right places of the track to keep his lead. And looks like KDB, oh wow, side by side, whoa, almost touching there. And this time around KDB gets up ahead. And Mr. Wax, come on Waxy, find a way through. You can get this P1 and 2 is almost there. And oh, almost looks for the open spot there. This 1, 2 and 3, these guys are not giving up. UT, oh UT, what's happened there? He is falling down positions as well. Looks like he is tussling it out with Big Man Joe and UK up in front of him. So it's battle all over the places, folks. And stay tuned till the end. 6 laps to go, 5.5 including this, and we will be reaching the end of the race. But the battles are not over just yet. Penalties aside, these drivers would like always to settle it on track. Let's see who can win it on track and who can actually get it through as well. Look at the gap. Just look at the gaps. They are over close. Oh wow, look at that. What a move. Just at the right time we caught it. Big Man Joe ran wide at turn 11 and UT has dived it down the inside to take P6 away from Big Man Joe. But the question is, will Streeter now be able to make a move on Big Man Joe as well? Yes folks, I know it is beautiful racing between all these drivers and I'm happy to bring it to you as well. But let's see, there are too many battles to comment it today. Startek, I wish you were here, but let's go folks. And there's a move coming from RB Fellow, dummies it down the inside. But no, KDB doesn't fall for that dummy and still stays there. Mr. Wax, will he be able to make another move? Still no. There's a lot of traffic at turn 1 right behind them as well. Look at this. Streeter. Oh, just at the right time. BRL, Wicks and Gouts. Here we go. Gouts around the outside with the medium tires. Goes into P9. Wicks Now gets the cutback line. Will he be able to challenge Gauss as well? Pulls ahead with the DRS. But yes, he makes it stick. Gauss decides to let it go. Okay, interesting there. And right behind him, Horning as well. He's being caught back up by Signing. These two are not leaving each other today. So let's ride on but just a little longer with them as well and see if they'd like to give us a little bit of a battle in front. Oh, yellow flags right behind. Who's that? It's an Aston Martin that's going slow. Well, thankfully it is UT. KDB would be bummed if that was him because that will be the race win away, thrown away from the books. Once again, let's head to the front of the grid where the battle for the lead is still happening. KDB, RB Fellow and Mr. Wax are still in contention for the race win on track. This time around, RB Fellow, who has the DRS on KDB, does not decide to attack. KDB is running pretty low on battery. RB Fellow slowly has been charging up his battery. Oh, down the inside he goes this time around. Dummies it once again. Puts KDB off track. But this invites Mr. Wax to get a position on him. But no, Mr. Wax still struggling to find a move as well. Streeter now. Down the inside he goes off Big Man Joe. Big Man Joe has not been having a good race today. Streeter is up into P5 and KDB has lost a position to RB Fellow. Well, side by side they are still going into the middle sector, sector 2. Oh, so close. They almost tap. Look at that, just millimeters away from tapping wings and tires. Streeter, Mr. Wax now, my bad, finally finds his way up into P2. Up into P2, Wax goes. Now, race win on track is still up for Mr. Wax. Can he take advantage of that? Oh, is KDB's tires really starting to come into play? The hard tires are now probably the best tires to be on. Will he be able to pull a gap though? Or will the others try to take advantage of the slower hard runners and make a move? Let's see. Oh, Harry Rocks here on the soft tires here. Possibly looking for a move on Horning. A little too quick, shall we, I guess? Oh, down the inside he goes. Ooh, almost tapping. Almost got the rear of Horning, but keeps it safe. Almost side by side and takes an alternate line up the hill. Very close to the edge. And let's see if Harry Rocks stays behind Horning to get the DRS onto the pit straight. Now, let's quickly go back to the pit straight. KDB still keeping it up ahead. Mr. Wax still in P2, RB Fellow not too far off. Derp in the meantime is still sensing there's a podium or even a race win up in front. 2 seconds is the gap, 2.5 is the gap to the cars in front. He is pushing very hard. You can see he's taking all the curves that he can within track limits to push for it. But right behind him is UK as well. Both of these drivers definitely know there is a race, potential race win up for grabs if the top 3 fumble at the last moment. Summon safety car. Let's go, Sartek. Let's summon the safety car for the last 2 laps and end it like Abu Dhabi. It's unlikely that the safety car will be out anytime now, so which means the drivers will have to settle it all on track right now, which means race win is still up for grabs. KDB, Mr. Vex and RB Farlow, the top 3 for now, are still fighting it, are on track. Dub and UK are quickly catching up. Dub is running out of battery to catch up, while Wally fall to the clutches of UK while catching up to the top 4. UK now gets very close to RB Fellow, gets very close to Dub. Up in front, Mr. Vex almost makes a move on KDB, but no, still decides to stick it safely. And UK, there we go! Turn 1. Turn 1 seems to be the best place to make a move, and UK finally gets a move on into P4. Next up is the top 3 runners. 2 laps to go, and this time around, Dub gets a run back on UK. Will Dub go down the inside? Yes, side by side they go. And UK tries to make a cutback, but no, Dub gets the better line of the corner and stays in P4 for now. These two are not going to give up. They might be losing the podium, but look at that. What's happened up front? Suddenly the gap is starting to come down. RB Fellow is losing a little bit of pace to the front runners. Mr. Wax has put on the pressure on KDB. Is KDB fumbling under pressure? Oh, it's Mr. Wax who's fumbling under pressure. He has lost a bit of a time. to KDB, and RB Fellow right behind him, not close enough to take advantage of it. KDB just survives for another half a lap, and up the hill he goes, pulls out an 8/10 gap. This just might be the thing he needs for the last lap. 8/10, 9/10 gap might just be enough to survive the attack on the pit straight. Will KDB keep it clean though? Almost out of 1 second. Let's see, let's give it one more shot. Mr. Wax is very close. Will he be getting the DRS? One more corner to go, but no, looks like Mr. Wax has lost DRS. And yes, he has lost DRS. And RB Fellow is the one who's probably sensing the attack coming on Mr. Wax. Gets close, gets ever so close, catching but too far off. UK though, oh look at this, UK and Dub, they are going side by side, and now Dub takes the P4 away from UK, but now UK gets the cutback line, gets the DRS on Dub. Will he be able to make the P4 back? No, it's a little too far. Well, that's right on board for what looks like is gonna be a battle for possible P2 on track, because KDB has managed to pull off a second gap to Mr. Wax and RB Fellow, and while there's a yellow going on at the back, oh, that's Harry Rocks who has crashed out. Fortunate, it came a little too late for him, but he will still be able to continue. He is still continuing. Alright, back in front folks, RB Fellow, one last chance to attack Mr. Wax. Mr. Wax is already blinking on his battery. Last 10% of his battery. RB Fellow not too far either, he's down to 20%. Will he be able to close up the gap? Let's see in his coming sectors. They are pushing folks, they are pushing very close, but well, while all that is going, let's give it up for Mr. KDB, who drove an absolute bonkers of a race from P13, comes across the line to take P1 on track. Unfortunately, he will be dropping down the grid due to time penalties, but well deserved. RB Fellow will be taking the race win for now in the Bwoah Racing League Bahrain GP. KDB drops down to P4 unfortunately, and there we go. As penalties are settling in, drivers coming across the line will see their times move around for a while, and just in a moment's time, let's see. Oh, Honing, last minute move on Vix maybe? Nah, it's a little too far off. The straight's not long enough. Two Mercedes drivers, unfortunate for them today. Looks like probably the strategy didn't go their way, and down in P13 and 14 they are. Oh, bad turnout for the Mercedes garage today, but up in front, RB Fellow, well done to him, picks up the race win on track, kept it clear, no penalties, no warnings, and there he goes. P1 is his. Dub picks up the provisional P2 for now. UK gets his podium. P3 is for him. KB up in, gets a P4, straight in P5. UT, a good show up for the Aston Martin P4 and 6. But what's not good is the Mercedes team and the Ferrari teams not having a good show, and even worse for the AlphaTauris. They didn't really have the best of their weekends. Hopefully next race will be a better one. Streeter picks up the driver of the day. Well done to him. What a race he has had. Oh, my bad folks, I missed the podium celebration. Ay. But there we go folks. Here is your finishing grid. And RB Fellow for now, without penalties, kept it clean, picks up the race win. Driver of the day goes to Streeter. Look at that, P20 to P5, last 2 question mark challenge. Definitely something he's getting used to, looks like it. And well, while Helium might have picked up the fastest lap, unfortunately he DNF, so we may not be having a thunder lap for the week. But whoa, what a race it has been. Let's quickly look at that. Wow, so many incidents. As always, Bahrain is a pretty difficult track to get it right. A lot of corners and so many pit stops, so many wing changes. Look at that folks. Wow, I just hope this crew have infinite wings. And yeah. And Sarte, yes, thank you for mentioning that the win for RB Fellow will definitely help the Alpine team in their Constructors Championship and his Drivers Championship as well. Yes, good stuff there by the Alpine team and by RB Fellow as well. What a race we have had. So the folks in the chat, thank you as always for tuning in. This has been a pleasure to commentate on. I'm starting to break my voice, but oh boy, what an hour it has been. The Bahrain GP rerun. Indeed, it was a rerun, and it gave our throat a rerun as well. And what a race it has been. And hope you guys had a really good race to watch. And please leave your comments as well. You know, if your predictions went right, I guess you should probably go get a lotto today. Either way, hope you guys are staying safe wherever you are, and we'll see you next week for the following race, which I forgot which race it is, but we will be seeing you all very soon. Take care everyone, stay safe, and goodbye.